And except for in galaxies that are revolving around a supermassive black hole like ours, will eventually dissipate into just a blanket of radiation. A sea, a cosmos of waves of radiation, because even a black hole still releases radiation. It seeps out somehow. Nothing lasts forever, even black holes. Mm. Mm. Many of us do this without needing to. Determine that. And if you do it, then take this knowledge and use it to teach, because you and your body will speed someone else's recognition of the power of this system, the power of this to be the solution to not all, but the foundational problems within civilization, within our community, within your body, within you, within your mind, within the culture. And it's us building a new culture in accord with different knowledge of different reactions, of different relationships with ourselves and with the institutions that govern us. Spend some time every day, not just breathing, but forming yourself into these relaxed positions. In which you are pulmonologically active. Your lungs are in which your body's aligned. These are invisible. These points of alignment, these meridians, they're invisible, but they can be measured. You know, how far away is the center of my eye from the bridge of my nose? You know, it's 2 inches. That's one of my meridians. How far is this? You know, those measurements can be made, and that's one of the reasons why I carry a measuring tape with me everywhere I go. The situations that I encounter in which this comes in handy are myriad. There's a multiplicity of situations and contexts that I encounter in which I need to measure something, either for myself or for someone else. Our nation has gone through so many refinements of what it means to live a healthy, creative, dynamic, cautious, competent, capable, compassionate, courageous, authentic existence? How do you deal with stress as best as you can? How do you maintain? How do you command? How do you choreograph your life in such a way that you are always in the most control possible? And that's one thing about the slow motion movements. When are you in the most control? Whenever you're doing the most complex moves, or when you're making the slowest, most intentional moves that are most conforming to the heights and the distances and the alignment and the speeds and the rates of change. That make these perfect asymmetrical arrangements so healing, so balancing, so enabling, so awakening, so empowering. But it's easy to come back to them. Every day it becomes easier and easier, because the more you do it, the more benefits you experience, the greater insight you have, the more creative you become, the easier it begins to solve problems. Why do you think we do this whenever we have a stress headache? Why do you think we cover our eyes when we're crying? Why do you think we cover our mouth when we're trying to be quiet and trying to whisper? Trying to control the volume, the expiration, which is an exhalation, coupled with these muscular contractions that vary and modify the types of ways and thus the types of frequencies that we create as we're exhaling, because it's so slow. It's not about me anymore. It hasn't been about me for 4 or 5 years. It's about you. And once it stops to be about you, I want you to make videos like this, advocating for this system, showing no fear about validating this system. Because that's what will resonate with your audience, with your followers. If ever there was something that we needed to make viral, it's this. If ever there was something that deserved to go viral, it's this system. It's this combination of contractions. It's this combination of breaths that is taking us from the greatest humility that we can ever demonstrate with our bodies. Taking those stresses, taking all those embarrassments, all those memories, all those shames. I'm recognizing that the role that they play in my life now is giving me something to let go. And that's why I appreciate them. That's why I love them. That's why I understand the role that they're playing in my life now. They're what I get to let go every time I do this. I let the blessings of heaven, the blessings of gravity, be borne by my hands and by my feet and by my face and by the front of my body, and then I do it with the back of my body. By the North Pole of my body. Then you let this be the point of balanced resistance, gravitational persistence with positioning, because that's what activates your musculature. That's what awakens it to what it needs to feel, what the central nervous system needs to feel to be truly balanced in that position. Tell me every student. Tell me every individual in corporate America. Tell me every person in healthcare doesn't need to have this curriculum taught to them. Tell me every elderly person who's going through the process of their demise doesn't need to know how to make it as blissful and as enriching and as empowering and as enhancing in its perpetuity. Stay in the game. This is how you do it. This is how you maximize the life of your spine and the vertebrae and all of the organs within this castle, within this temple.